All right, first things first, Coach. Tell us a little bit of the significance of this win for the chance of the playoffs, going forward, momentum. Just how important was tonight to you guys?
Yeah, really important. And I felt in the first half we didn't play as well. You know, probably that anxiety and pressure of how important the game was tonight maybe sucked a little bit of energy out of us, and then changed things up in the second half. And credit to the players because they responded really well. And it's tough to win games this time of year, but it's a really, really big 3 points for us.
Speaking of the second half, was there anything in particular that you changed tactically? You told the guys to get that result in the second half.
We went from before the game, I felt we had a right good chance of getting our two centre-backs, the wide centre-backs, forward and running with the ball, because once you break that line, we would have an overload in them wide areas, and we just couldn't get the ball to them. It was slow, and we just didn't have the energy. So we changed it to a back four and moved Quinn into midfield, and then obviously he does really well for the goal to get us back in it. And I just thought we looked a little bit. We had more bodies in the right areas to pick up the second balls and play how we should have played in the first half.
And obviously with bringing in some new players mid-season, there's always some chemistry stuff. How has that been as an adjustment for the team? Have they settled in great? Obviously we see them play, but just from your side of things.
Yeah, they've done great. You know, Joey tonight came off, he did his hour, and it was good for him to get his first game here. And obviously Brian was outstanding again. He's done really well, and disappointed with the goal going in, but I think it's a great hit, and you know, he'll learn from that in maybe his positioning or his movement and getting his feet set. But all three of the new players have done fantastic for us, and we really appreciate the support from the other clubs giving them to us.
Perfect. We're good.
Coach, tonight's Hispanic Heritage Night, Bruno comes on late. I'm just curious, what role does he play on this team? Who is he like what's he like on a daily basis?
Yeah, good. Yeah, he's good. He's good. He comes in. He works hard. I would say he's found it tough this season adjusting to the different level, but I do think he's probably got another level in him as well. You know, if he takes on board what's needed at the next level, yeah, he could move again. But he has found the adjustment to Championship to League One tough, you know, and that's why he's been a little bit inconsistent. Because you've got to remember, in League One last season, he was the best player in their competition, and I think he had maybe nine goals. So, you know, he's finding his feet, but yeah, we're really pleased to have him.
Coaches in different positions. What determines on a given night, you know, whether he's playing in the front or the back?
What it is at the minute with our squad, and credit to the players for this, because we don't have the ability to go one for one in terms of personnel. You know, we've not got a big squad comparatively what you need probably, and that's by design as well. So we've chosen to do that, and in that, then the players need to have the ability to play in different systems and different positions. So it's not just done where we just throw it on the ground and say figure it out. It's done by, like I said, the training through the week is they all know the responsibilities when it comes to the weekend, and I do think that for that first half I had a different plan in how the game was going to go, and it didn't go like that. So that's probably a little bit on me. And then the second half helped us with changing things up.
Coach, with the looming playoff push, how important was that 6-minute span, 54th minute to 60th, putting away those two goals?
Yeah, really important. When they scored their goal, I didn't really feel as if we were ever going to be out of the game. So we just needed to make sure we got in at 1-0, and then we knew that the next goal was going to be the most important one. You know, because if we got it, it would have momentum for us, and that's where it proved. And I think we had another couple of chances. I'm almost sure that everybody could see. I think we had a penalty not given. You know, so that would have made them last 6-7 minutes of extra time a little bit more comfortable if Jack would have gone up and put that away.
You mentioned you saw anxiety. In what ways could you kind of see that early on?
There was a lack of energy. You know, it's almost like, you know, it's a pressure game now, and it's pressure games all the way through to the end of the season, and we had like a lack of energy and drive in that first pot. Sunday, different kick-off time, hotter, all them sort of variables come into it, but the opposition have got the exact same job to do. So Yeah, it was a little bit anxious, nervous, and I think if we'd have got the first goal early, I think that would have settled us down as well.
How do you address that? Like, how do you flip that switch?
Try and give the players the belief in the second half to go out and we, like I said, I think changing the system helped them a little bit, because it was almost like we can talk all day long about what went wrong. What we did is we just tried to put it right. We've only got 15 minutes, and I think the players took on board everything, and really good second half.
When do you think that energy started to shift? Was that in the second half, or was it until that first goal that you guys kind of started to get?
No, I would even say after they scored the goal, I mean, they sit really deep in a deep defensive block, and it's difficult to get round it. But I didn't feel I just felt as though tactically we couldn't get the right players forward. And then in the second half, that energy came around because we could get the right players forward, and that gives you them momentum to get the goals.
You said you thought that you guys were never out of this game. You felt that there was always a chance to get back into this game. Where did that belief come from you?
The belief in the group, and watching the opposition. They were really good on Wednesday night against Tampa for 60 minutes, and we're 1-0 up, and then they conceded, and I just felt as though if we got one, we might get another one, because sometimes that happens. It can be on a player's mind. So we knew that if we stayed in the game and we got a goal, we could get another.
Coach, over the past couple matches, the other team has gone up first. Do you think that anxiety has kind of been building, or has it been something else that has led to going down?
No, there's been no anxiety at all in previous games. I just thought today we had a lack of energy, and I would put that energy down to not training, not preparation. The players are professional in everything they do. I would just say it's a little bit nervous because it's a big game for us. We've not played at home for a couple of weeks, and we want to give the fans something to cheer about.
Coach, one last question for you. On the fan side, right? The crowd looked amazing. How important is it to the team to be playing in front of such an amazing group of fans that we have?
Yeah, the fans are incredible here, and they're, win or lose, they're with us all the time, and that's really important. But we want to give them as many wins as we can, especially at home, and we've got 2 home games left. And we need to take maximum points, I think, from them to be able to give us a shout at getting in the playoffs. So there'll be times, like I said, today we were 1-0 down after 45 minutes. It would be very easy for a crowd to get at the players and criticise them, and they don't. And we're really appreciative of that. And like I said, at the end of the season, we'll be able to evaluate, and we might have got over the line and got in, but one thing's for sure, that it'll be the supporters that have shoved us there.
All right, to start off, Aodhan, we got to ask, new dad, how's things going?
Yeah, it's good. I'm lucky I have a wife that crushes it, so right now I'm just support, and whatever she says, I do, so pretty easy for me.
Obviously, his first game back a little bit. Assists on the first goal. How much does this performance mean kind of going forward for the playoffs?
Yeah, it's big. Just big because obviously all the points right now, they're crucial. So get a win against a team that's kind of right next to us is huge. And obviously with the other games yesterday and Friday, we needed a win. So we're still right there. We just got to focus on ourselves and see what happens.
And I think Gafford made some pretty crucial second half adjustments. Can you talk about a little bit what he said in the locker room at all, or what kind of changed?
Yeah, he just changed up the system a little bit, but it was just kind of came down to the desire to run forward, get forward, and kind of get more bodies going forward, and the mentality just to try to go after the game. And I think the boys showed it, and luckily we got 2 goals, and I think we deserved it, so it was a good win.
That's it for me. Looks like there was a little bit extra elation out there, once that final whistle blew. What was that about?
Yeah, I think it's just the show of the passion of the guys right now. Every game right now is crucial. We're fighting for our lives right now for playoffs, and we know every win gets us a little bit closer.
Coach said that he felt like he saw some anxiety on the pitch in that first 45, just with the situation trying to make it into playoffs. Did you feel any of that in the first 45?
I think maybe a little bit, but I think it's just kind of, we just want to do well. And if you're not performing well or at your best, you just want to keep doing better. So we kind of just regrouped at halftime. I think Coach did a good job of kind of calming us down and just making it simple, and just followed the game plan, and we got the victory.
Both of your guys' goals came off set pieces today. How crucial are those opportunities for this team? And did you guys kind of have a notion that going into this, that was a weakness you could exploit?
We knew that we're strong on set pieces. We're a pretty big team. We have good delivery. So the second goal for sure was obviously Brian Schaefer did a great job getting the flick. Ofeimu very good at controlling it and then putting it in the back of the net. And then the first goal was kind of from I'd say, yeah, I guess it's a set piece, but it's more open play because there's about 4 or 5 touches and passes in there. So I think that was more of a good combination play and getting runners in the box.
You score that first goal. What is the mindset immediately to trying to get that second so quickly?
Yeah, we knew if we got one, we could put the pressure on and get that second one. So it's crucial to get that first goal and kind of keep that mentality, that desire to keep going forward and keep pushing the game.
How important was it for you to make that extra pass over to Kiza on that first goal?
Yeah, I mean, Kiza made a great run. I think Romari did really well to hold it up and then also provided the second pass to me again. And then Kiza did his job running the box and just finished the play.
All right, Ben. First of all, congratulations on the goal tonight. Kind of walk me through that play specifically.
Yeah, I think Brian, he did a good job to flick it on. And from there, I was kind of cheating on the back post, and I was just open. So from there, it's just about the contact and just pinning on target.
So we kind of, I think, saw 2 different formations, first half to second half.
Yeah.
Saw even yourself in some different positions in that first half. Can you talk a little bit more about that tactical change and kind of what led to the success in that second half?
Yeah, I mean, the gaffer saw something, and I think it worked. Fair play on him. I think having an extra guy in the midfield really helped us, dominate the midfield, and then we could retain the ball. Second ball's better. So also, it's a lot of momentum shift, just being mentally strong, and we knew we had to get a result today. So that's most of it, And
speaking of the result, obviously this puts us in a better position for the hunt for the playoffs. Can you kind of talk about what that means and what you kind of expect going forward with the team?
Yeah, I mean, every game is really a playoff game at this point. We're 1 point away from Rhode Island, I believe. So, we got to creep up and keep the pressure on them. Just, control what we can control and win as many games as possible.
Perfect.
Yep.
Do you enjoy that? Just having that extra, added pressure, it's a high, really urgent environment. Do you enjoy that? Is it fun for you?
Yeah, it's fun. I mean, this is why you play, to play in playoffs. This is why you get paid to play. So it's really fun. It brings a lot more aggression to the game as well. So I love it, yep.
I know it was a few years ago, but you used to play for Birmingham. How did it feel to score against them?
Yeah, this is actually my second time scoring against them. So I guess I have good luck against them. It feels a little bit more sweet, obviously, when you score against your old team, So, yeah, just happy to win as well, for sure.
What was the sense of urgency you felt in that second half, especially in those 6 minutes getting 2 goals?
Yeah, I think we knew if we didn't win this game, it would be very, very high mountain to climb to get the playoffs. So right now we're right there, so we just got to keep pushing. We knew it was either win or, we'll be in a big trouble, so yeah.
You say that. How, then, in your words, crucial were those 6 minutes to the season moving forward?
Oh, it could change everything for us. Obviously we're not in playoffs still right now, but that just makes us a step closer. So, that was huge for us. That could be, the decider if we make it or not.
You mentioned kind of assuming momentum.
Yeah.
How did the fans here kind of impact that for you guys swinging momentum around?
Yeah, all year they've been great. You hear the energy. You hear the energy, especially when we score. It just gives the guys extra energy. Sometimes you're tired in the second half. You don't want to keep going, but they help us out a lot. It's almost like we have 12 players on the field. With them behind us.
It was kind of a tale of 2 halves. The first 45 wasn't as clean as soccer in the second 45.
Yeah.
How do you carry what you did at the second 45 on this pitch into the beginning of the next game to try to start a little fast?
Yeah, I think it's just about concentration, Next game we got to come into the game, because you never know. I mean, we can't always come back from a losing position. So, next week we really got to focus on those little details, starting the first 15 minutes well, and then from there just building onto the game, as it goes. Yeah.
Your next 2 opponents are against the top teams in both conferences.
Yeah.
I mean, how do you come out hotter than in those games than you did today?
Yeah, I mean, for me, like every team in this league is similar. Even if they're top, we can beat any team in this league. I think everybody on the team believes that. So, also it'll be a great momentum going to playoffs to beat a top team. You have that confidence. So, it's a huge one for us next week.